Welcome to the enchanting world of goats, where smiles, myths, and surprising habits collide. Goats are no strangers to humans, with over 200 breeds of goats domesticated around the world today. These creatures are a fascinating species to observe, both domesticated and in the wild. While you may know quite a lot about goats, including the fact that their kids look adorable, join us as we dive into a whimsical journey through some mind-blowing goat facts that will leave you in awe. Get ready to be captivated by these witty and intriguing revelations about our fascinating caprine friends. Our first revelation: goats prefer smiling faces. Yes, you heard that right. Goats have an uncanny knack for recognizing human emotions, and they are more likely to approach individuals with a friendly grin. Generally, goats can read human body language and distinguish between our expressions. However, a study reveals that these animals not only know how to identify our expressions, but they also have a preference. In the study, researchers displayed two versions of the same face in a goat sanctuary, one happy and one angry. The goats tended to avoid the angry face while exploring the happy one with their snouts. Therefore, one way to get your goats to feel comfortable around you: don't forget to flash your pearly whites. Goats have been domesticated for a long time. Now, let's travel back in time to explore the ancient bond between goats and humans. Did you know that goats have been domesticated for a long time? Man and goats have had a long journey together, with goats being among the first livestock species to be domesticated by man about 10,000 years ago in the Middle East. These goats were domesticated to provide milk, meat, fuel, and clothing for their owners, Neolithic farmers. It is interesting to note, however, that regardless of being the earliest domesticated animals, goats will speedily revert to an untamed state if they are released into the wild. They've witnessed the rise and fall of civilizations, making them one of humanity's oldest domesticated animals. Talk about a long-lasting friendship. Goats are not fans of the rain. Rainy days may bring joy to some creatures, but goats certainly don't share that sentiment. Raindrops falling on their fur? No, thank you. Goats are not fans of rainy weather, and you'll often find them seeking shelter when the heavens open up. The animals simply do not like to get wet, no matter how hot the weather has been before then. The reason for this is not exactly clear, though it is mostly attributed to an innate instinct to avoid wet weather. It may be that something in goats tells them that wet hooves are bad, or they evolved to relate staying dry with lesser parasites to deal with. They prefer to keep their coats dry and their hooves on solid ground. Mountain goats can be addicted to human urine. Believe it or not, some mountain goats develop a strange addiction to human urine. Mountain goats really love human urine because it is a good source of salts and minerals. Interestingly, the insatiable love for human urine led to the removal of mountain goats from the Olympic National Park. With many camp visitors reliving themselves at different spots, the resident mountain goats soon developed an addiction that made them paw and dig the earth at the camp. Authorities had to relocate them to sites where they had fewer human interactions. So, if you happen to encounter a mountain goat, be cautious about where you relieve yourself. Goats play a part in human cultures, religions, and mythologies. From ancient civilizations to modern societies, goats have played a prominent role in human cultures, religions, and mythologies. Their most popular appearance in mythology is in Norse mythology, where two goats are in charge of pulling Thor's chariot. However, apart from this popular appearance, goats are also a common sacrificial animal in many cultural and religious practices. For example, in ancient Babylonia, the sacrifice of a goat was used to combat disease. From ancient India to Greece and Rome, the goat had varying roles to play in mythology, culture, and religion. These whimsical creatures have been symbols of fertility, courage, and even the supernatural in various cultures around the world. From the Greek god Pan to the Chinese zodiac, goats have left their hoof prints in our stories and beliefs. Goats have rectangular-shaped pupils. Did you know that goats have rectangular-shaped pupils? While our eyes have round pupils, goats have horizontal, rectangular ones. This unique adaptation allows them to have a wide field of vision and spot predators from different angles. Such an unusual pupil shape ensures that goats enjoy a broader and fuller look than humans and other animals that have round pupils. In fact, the shape of their pupils means they can see almost everything except what is directly behind them. The only seeming disadvantage to their pupil shape is that they have to move their heads to look up or down. However, we don't think that they mind. It's just one more reason why goats are truly remarkable. For goats, out of sight is not out of mind. These social creatures have fantastic memories and can remember faces, places, and even complex social hierarchies. For most non-primates, once an object is out of sight, they forget about its existence until they see it again or sniff it out. However, for goats, much like humans, it appears that out of sight is not out of mind. This ability is referred to as object permanence. So, don't be surprised if a goat recognizes you after a long absence. They have an exceptional knack for remembering their friends. Goat milk is the most consumed milk in the world. Last but not least, a fascinating fact that involves a daily staple for many. It is likely you thought it was cow milk, but 65% to 72% of the milk consumed around the world is goat milk. Goat milk is not only nutritious but also happens to be the most consumed milk in the world, after cow's milk. Packed with essential vitamins and minerals, it's a popular choice for those with lactose intolerance or simply seeking a unique taste. Another reason for this is that it is far easier to rear goats than cows, especially in developing nations. Goats truly have a knack for producing liquid gold. Goats are emotional and social creatures. Prepare to be touched by the emotional side of goats. Goats are not just adorable, they are emotional beings too. This does not mean that your goat will burst into tears if you hurt its feelings. However, researchers have revealed that goats can distinguish positive and negative calls from fellow goats. For instance, goats know the call of their friends from that of a strange goat they are not familiar with. This means they know how their friends look and sound. They express joy, fear, and affection through various gestures and vocalizations. So, next time you hear a goat bleating, remember that they might be trying to convey their feelings to you. Goats have 4 stomachs. Time to dive into the unique digestive system of goats. Ever wonder why goats can devour seemingly inedible things? It's because they possess not 1, not 2, but 4 stomach chambers. This extraordinary digestive system allows them to extract maximum nutrients from their herbaceous meals. The 4 compartments perform different functions in the entire digestive process. Their names are rumen, reticulum, omasum, and abomasum. The abomasum is closest to the human stomach in function, and it is usually referred to as the true stomach. And there you have it, dear explorers. We've uncovered some truly magical and mind-blowing facts about our beloved goat friends. From their smiling preferences to their pivotal role in cultures worldwide, goats continue to inspire and captivate us with their charm. So, let's cherish these remarkable creatures and spread the magic of goat knowledge to all. If you've been enchanted by our goat-filled adventure, don't forget to spread the wonder. Share this video far and wide, enlightening your friends, family, and fellow goat enthusiasts. Together, let's celebrate these marvelous creatures who have graced our cultures, tickled our curiosity, and filled our hearts with joy. Until we meet again, may your days be filled with laughter, goat-filled dreams, and the magic of these extraordinary creatures.